Alright, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy back at it once again. Sorry for the traffic and everything, but right now we're here at Rox Outfitters. If y'all don't know who that is, this is my main sponsor of the channel. Really good guys, and I'm going to show you guys around, show you what Rox Outfitters has to offer. Let's walk on in. Pretty good atmosphere. There's that one I lost back in a big tournament, you know, old Betsy. But as we walk over here, one of my favorite things is the tungsten. The tungsten weights, they got them as small as a 1/16 ounce, all the way down to 1.25 ounces. But and the best thing about this is their price. Anything under 3/8 is $4.99, and everything over is just $5.99. Something you hardly ever see in tungsten anymore. But now you got your terminal tackle and everything. You got a lot of stuff. They even mold their own shaky heads, everything else like that. You got Trocar, some of the best flipping hooks of all. Gamakatsu, all that good stuff, and even Trapper. They even got Trapper hooks right here. And of course you got your split rings and all that stuff, Carolina rigs. Now if we go over here, we got Z-Man. Some bad dudes. And if you guys like small jigs or using those finesse bullets, that turd crawl is really good. Just any color, doesn't really matter. Let's see here if we can find our color. Green pumpkin and watermelon red. Now we come over here to the land of all Z-Man. You got Zinkers all the way up here. You got hula sticks, you got turd hogs, turbo crawls, finesse turds, big turds, always good stuff. And of course they got their jackhammers, their chatterbaits, all their good stuff. They got Freedom Tackle chatterbaits, they got basically everything that Z-Man can offer. And this one, of course, they also got the trick shots, which is one of my favorite drop shot baits. And now we peel over to the missile. Now I can definitely say some of these new colors they got coming out, or they have out, that Rox has actually got in before anybody else, as these look so good. That peanut butter jelly looks good. This looks all good. I bet a bass would just scrunch that up. But they got all types of new stuff. They got green pumpkin, purple, pink tail. I mean, come on, if a bass doesn't like that, like this dude, look at that baby bass. I mean, the bass there's something wrong with them bass. And of course they got some I've never heard of, grape soda tail. Very interesting. Then of course you got some awesome flipping baits. Let's see here, focus back in. You got a lot of D-bombs, baby D-bombs, 48 worms, a very good bait. All these good baits. A lot of colors to choose from. I think they got every single color that missile baits can come out with. Then of course you got the Crawl Fathers, are pretty good baits. And here is something I've been wanting to try out for a while. And I seen this come out. It's called what was that? Bloody Pro Pearl. Am I saying? Yeah, Pro Pearl. That just looks like a sexy color. It looks like the rocket bomb, or the rocket pop by the little ice cream pops. Then of course you got all your jigs and everything by missile jigs and all that stuff. California Love, the turbo crawls. Then you got your Spro. Pretty good baits. The frogs are fantastic as always. You gotta thank Dean Rojas for that top water bait right there. Dean Rojas is the frogging king. But all your crankbaits and everything they make, sexy killer. That right there, I think that's the color that kind of won the classic this past year. John Cruz, you know what you are doing on them colors. Mike McClellan, big Ozark guy, fishes Table Rock a lot, I know for sure. Bull shoals, knows when it comes to fishing on those rocky points and rock ledges. All these good stuff. And of course, striking, but also Rox Outfitters came out with their own tubes. They came out with a choke tube. Now these dudes right here, I've been catching some fish on these past couple weeks. I got them in 3/4 inch, or 3.5 inch and 2/4 inch size, and I can definitely say they got some of my favorite colors, like this dude right here, Rebel Smoke, Green Pumpkin, and Melon Storm is a color I've been getting some fish on, and Fudge Raisin, Spotted Mustard Seed, and Peppered Pumpkin. Some pretty good looking stuff. There's $5.99 for 10 tubes. It's not bad. Pretty good price. And of course you got your Strike Kings, which you can't beat a coffee tube. Coffee tubes are some of the best stuff there was, and that ever is. And of course you got your Jackal and all that stuff. You got Pompadours. I've caught a few fish on that bad boy. You got the Jackal Renegades 110s. You got, I've never seen that one, the Firecracker. And of course you got your River Seas. Of course everybody knows what the Whopper Plopper is. Well, it looks like they're sold out of that one right there. It looks like somebody liked that color. But yeah, River Seas, really good. And then you got your Duo Realis. Something I need to get into that a lot of these smallmouth guys are fishing is that spy bait. That's just something I hadn't really got much into. But yeah, this is about all this side for this wall right here. Now we're about to get into one of my favorite parts in the store. One of my favorite parts. Strike King. Strike King Rage Tail is some of the best stuff there is. Strike King Rage Crawl. Let's see if I can get this thing in focus. There we go. Kind of hard to do this all in one hand. But yeah, Strike King Rage Crawls. Some of the best in the business, man. And of course you got your Rage Menace grubs. Really good on a finesse jig. Like kind of your bitsy bugs and all that stuff. And of course you got your structure bugs and all that good stuff. More Strike King Space Monkeys, more coffee tubes, flipping tubes. Uh-oh, Reaction Innovations. You got a lot of your good stuff. You got your sexy beavers, your kinky beavers and all that stuff. Smalley beaver, sweet beaver, and a pocket missile. And then of course you got your swim baits. You got your little dipper, skinny dipper, big dipper, all this good stuff. And of course you got your Strike King Sexy Spoons. You can't leave that without going fishing for ledge fishing. And of course something I hadn't had the chance to throw yet, something that a lot of people's been talking about, is that worldwide spoon that old James Watson came up with. I remember watching him, I think it was the MLF event on Table Rock Lake. He won that event on with that spoon. Just fishing deep docks and everything else in about 30-40 foot of water. So, and of course you got more Z-Man. You got your micro finesse jigs. You got your finesse bullets you can pair up with your turd crawls and everything. And now we got some more Strike King plastics. A really good drop shot bait right there. Dream Shot. Cannot beat it. And of course you got your finesse worms, your bull worms, fat baby finesse, caffeine shads, all that good stuff. And also, if you guys like custom painted jigs and all that stuff, custom jigs, Rocks Outfitters has got their Rocks Crusher jigs. The best part about it, they got that Trocar jig hook. That right there is a bad dude. I've caught a lot of fish on these guys right here. Let's see here if I can find my color. The Idaria is pretty good. That Idaria is really good. Definitely when the water's a little bit more murky and you can't really see too far down. But yeah, Strike King, they got a good selection of that. Of course they got your red eye shads and everything else. Let's see here if I can, there it is. That right there, smallmouth candy. But yeah, that's it for my favorite part of the store. But now we get some Rebel Worms. Rebel Worms, they got all different colors, all different sizes. They got the 4.5 inch, 6 inch, and the straight tail worms. All good stuff. And of course you got your spinner baits, Strike King spinner baits. Gotta have the Strike King. Then of course one of my favorites, that's our spinner bait right there, that old War Eagle Spot Remover. That's the name, I can remember it. Spot Remover is a really good color in this spinner bait. And of course they have their Extreme series by mixed with Trocar. Really good hooks, durable, best spinnerbaits on the market. I have to say so myself. War Eagle is the best bet if you guys like a better spinnerbait. And also, Arky. Arky's got some stuff right here. You got some of your net baits. You got some bass jigs, grande bass. I got that airtail rattler. I'll try that. Then we get over here to Daiwa. And I've been trying out some of these guys right here. They're pretty good worms. They're almost Yamamoto worms, just in the Daiwa name. That's all. They're pretty good worms. They're durable, really finessey, stands up straight. And the worm that got me started on all this fishing right here, the culprit, 6-inch or 7. It was 7.5 inch culprit worm, that red shad. That's what got me addicted to this. Got me addicted to all of this. Got me spending hundreds of dollars in this store. And of course, you got some more Zoom. You got some Kitech plastics, net bait, Jean LaRue, all that good stuff. And of course, you got some lure retrievers and some pretty good crankbaits right here. This guy right here has caught me dozens of fish on a one trip on the river. I don't know why people say that's an ugly color sometimes. I love throwing that orange belly crawl with that brown back. Speaking about this bait right here, this right here was my go-to. See, right there. That right there, that Bomber Fat A crankbait is my go-to bait. And of course, you got Yamamoto. You got your Senkos and everything. You got your 3-inch. You got your swimming Senkos and everything else like that. Then we got all your finesse worms by Z-Man, or Zoom, as I should say. Sorry, Zoom. Trick worms, June bug, all that good stuff. Now, before we get to the Zoom, let's cover the Kitech swim baits. They got all the sizes and everything. They got most of the colors. Kitech's a pretty good swim bait, but I've gotten taken over by the Strike King Rage Swimmer. But they got a ton of good colors. They got the AYU, Electric Blue and Chartreuse, Hazu, Pro Blue, Smallmouth Magic, Goby, and all that good stuff. Kitech is a really good swim bait. They got a ton of good colors. All those guys that like to throw the wacky stuff. Now, let's talk about this. Megabass. The old, a good jerkbait, but a very expensive one. You got your X80 darters, which I love. Fishing that slow water. You got your Pop Maxes. You got your Mag Drafts. Look at that dude. 10 inches. I mean, may as well go big or go home. And then of course you got your Katanas. That is a pretty good looking jerkbait, if I'd say so myself. But yeah, they got Silence. They got the new 110+2s. Got more freestyle. They got the freestyle Mag Drafts. They got the 6 inches. They got the Vision 110s, 110+1s, 110+2s. Oh, there's a little boom swim bait for Edward Bannis. And of course you got some awesome colors by Megabass and everything. Got a little display. Now, let's go over here to one of my favorite swim baits of all time. This dude right here. Oh, no. There we go. The old Electric Shad by Strike King. They've perfected that color down. Just looks so good in the water. Love Strike King, if you guys haven't figured that out already. And of course you got black and blue, your AYU, green Gizzard Shad, Pro Blue, basic colors. You got your jigs, you got your Thunder Crickets. Back over here already. And then you got Picasso. Now a lot of people really don't hear about Picasso much, but they do make some pretty good stuff. If you're the guys that like to throw the Magnum shaky heads and all that stuff, this is like your epicenter of the big stuff, like jigs, chatterbaits. Like, look at all that stuff. They throw all the big stuff. Hey, there they are. Speaking of them, these guys are the owners. This is Carter and Lucy Kaiser.
Don't listen to anything she says. I'm the boss. No, he's not.
But I was just in here talking about rocks and everything, what you guys got. And since y'all came in, I wasn't expecting y'all to come in, but these are the people that own Rocks. These are sponsor me. They're very good people. They've helped me out a lot on this channel. And y'all care if y'all talk a little bit about Rocks?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, you go for it. I gotta go do stuff.
All right, yeah. Hey, y'all gotta listen to Matt now. I tell you what, he catches some fish now, but I don't know. This guy is lucky. I don't know what about these fish. Every time I go out, I swear he catches a 7-pounder, and I can't do it. So we're trying to learn. I'm trying to learn from Matt, but I just hook him up with all gear, and that's about all I know how to do. So we got. I don't even know which one we talk about. We got the Rocks rods. You probably went into a lot of it, but. We got new models of rods coming out soon. We're making our own stuff. Did you show them the tubes yet? Oh,
I've showed them the Rocks tubes and everything, the choke tubes.
Boom, yeah, we got it. Hey, he knows what he's talking about. I didn't say no more. Anything he says, y'all just listen. I'm telling you, first-hand experience. He knows what he's talking about with this stuff. So, pretty cool stuff.
Well, from the horse's mouth, I can definitely say that. That's the Highland Elvis Presley right there. I can definitely say
right.
so.
One of these days, my autograph will be worth something. Y'all come on in. Right now, they're free of charge still.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I showed you a lot of the plastics and everything, but we're going to get our hands on some of the best rods in this industry. I can definitely say that myself. And these bad dudes, he kind of mentioned it already. It's the Rocks rods. And everything, before anything, if y'all need any rod repairs, reel repairs, they will come in and help you out. I mean, they've fixed up a lot of my rods. Some reels I know of for sure, but they've got a pretty good lineup of rods. Like if you guys like a short rod, like a 610, they've got one in a medium heavy, really good Portuguese rod, cork,
Yep.
and just really good graphite. And they've got a rod coming out that I'm ready to try, a jerkbait rod I've been ready to test out for the longest time.
We don't know release yet. We're shooting for maybe spring 2020. We have 3 new rod models we're currently designing and testing right now, so y'all just stay tuned on that.
All right. And of course you come to your reels. They got Shimano, they got the Ox. Dude knows what he's talking about when it comes to fishing reels. Got reeling them 2-pounders.
That's right.
Then of course you got your Daiwas. I mean, I love Daiwa. They're just the best company there is. There's no doubt about it. You got 150 Tatulas, and for you guys that don't like to bust your bank when you're out fishing, the best reel hands down for cheap fishing for 30 bucks rod and reel is a Daiwa Crossfire. I've talked about this a lot. It's just one of the best, cheapest reels that you can get your hands on, no doubt about it. And they got different sizes, different size rods, everything. And got some G Loomis, they got some Lew's. Got some more Rocks rods right here. There's spinning rods, 7.2 medium heavy, and there's 6.8 medium. And of course you got some rods I never really expected out of these guys, but Savage Gear made some rods. But I can definitely say this is a pretty light rod for the guys that don't really like to spend too much but want something that's got a little bit more quality in it. 80 bucks ain't too bad. But then you come over here to your Cashions. You got your 10XD swim bait rod. You got everything right here. You got your John Cruz Signature Series. And of course, guys behind the Daiwa Tatula Elite rods. Cody Meyer knows what he's talking about that drop shot. Brent Ayler too. Seth Fighters, definitely a smallmouth guy. Takahiro Mori. Andy Montgomery, the Alabama Sasquatch. Randy Howell. All these guys know how they're Ish Monroe as well.
You got that Cody Meyer spinning rod, don't you? Just
yeah.
Recently. Pretty nice.
Yeah, on the latest episode, y'all need to go check that out. My dad caught a big fish on that Daiwa Tatula Elite. Just watch that. Then they also got some rebuilt rods and reels in as well, which is actually pretty cool. I never expected that. But yeah. Then of course, if y'all have your girlfriend or something over, they've got all this clothing to choose from. They got Fish Hippie, got everything. They got Habo, Aquaflage. Got some pretty cool stuff. They got a lot of stuff for the ladies, and they even have shoes, flip-flops, little decor, letters, everything. I mean, anything that you guys want in this store, Rocks will have it. And like I said, stop on by. I'll put the address down below so y'all can stop in, take a look at everything, and just awesome.